Moedim L'Simcha Rabotai. We are continuing with our Mishna Yomi, Masechet Moed Katan. We are up to Perek Aleph Mishnah Chet. Today's Mishnayot should be Le'ilun Nishmat Neria ben Svetlana Aranbayev and Eliyahu ben Burchai Israelov Menuchatam Began Eden Amen Le'avde ben Chaim Le'chaim V'derefua Shelemav Daniel Shalom ben Rosa B'toch Shah Chorei Israel. We learned earlier Melachad that meets the need of the festival is permitted on Chol HaMoed. However, the manner in which it may be done is subject to limitations. Work requiring a degree of skill such as carpentry or sewing may not be done in a professional manner, what we call Maaseh Uman, but only in an amateur fashion, what we call Maaseh Idiot. A labor is considered to have been done in an amateur fashion if it was performed either by an unskilled person or by a craftsman in an unusual manner, transforming his work into that of an unskilled person. The Mishnah begins, if something needs to be sewn for the festival, an ordinary unskilled person may sew it in his usual manner. The Rav explains, unskilled in this context refers to someone who cannot make an even seam on the hem of a garment. Va'uman machliv, but a craftsman must use irregular, uneven stitches to make his sewing unskilled. Machliv, from the word kelev, dog, literally means make it dog-like. He makes one stitch longer and the next one shorter so that they resemble a dog's teeth. Another case in which unskilled work needed for the festival is permitted. Umsargin et amitot, we may interlace the cords of beds which serve to support the bedding, because that is unskilled work. In those times, bedding was supported by interlaced cords instead of springs. The act of interlacing the cords is similar to weaving, except that a space is left between the cords, whereas the threads in woven material are close together. Rabbi Yossi says, mematechin, the word af that the Mishnah brings down is omitted in the Gemara, meaning it's not brought down in the Gemara. So we will just be reading mematechin. The Mishnah says mematechin, Rabbi Yossi Omer mematechin, we may tighten them if they become loose, but we may not interlace them in the first place. And the Rav does tell us, Ven lachak Rabbi Yossi, the halakha does not follow the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. That is then of Mishnah Chet. Mishnah Tet continues its discussion of work done on Chol HaMoed to fill a need of the festival. Ma'amidin tanu v'chirayim v'rechaim b'moed, we may set up an oven or a stove or a pair of millstones on Chol HaMoed. Both the tanur and kirayim were types of portable ovens. A tanur had sloping sides that tapered from a wide base to a narrow top, with room on top for only one pot. A kirayim had straight sides and could hold more than one pot. A person may build and set in place any of these items, the oven or stove or pair of millstones, provided that it is needed to prepare food for the festival. Since this food-related work is necessary for the festival, it is permitted even though it is skilled labor and requires great effort. Rabbi Yehuda Amar, but Rabbi Yehuda says, "En mechabishin et harechaim b'tchila," we may not roughen the surfaces of new millstones so that they can grind properly on Chol HaMoed. A mill consists of two stone discs, a lower one that does not move and an upper one that rotates over the lower one, grinding the kernels of grain that are placed between them. If the millstones are smooth, they will not grind the kernels properly. Therefore, the lower millstone must be roughened by cutting grooves into it that catch and grind the kernels. The Buddha says we may not roughen the surfaces of new millstones so that they can grind properly on Chol HaMoed. Unlike the sages who permit the full construction of a new millstone, which includes roughening its surface, Rabbi Yehuda forbids roughening a new millstone because that is skilled and strenuous labor. However, even Rabbi Yehuda permits roughening the surface of an old millstone. Since it had been roughened previously, this is not considered skilled or laborious work. And the Rav does tell us, Ven lachak Rabbi Yehuda, that Lachad does not follow the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. And that is the Rabotai of today's Mishnah Yomi. Everybody should have a Chag Sameach. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen v'amen.